Alright, I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on iMovie. When you click on the iMovie icon, this is the type of page that you'll see. You can see the name of the last project that I worked on up here. And anytime you want to create a new project, you are going to touch this little plus button. It will create a new project for you. When you touch the new button, you'll see a blank screen like this, and your camera roll will appear up here in the corner. Depending on which icon you have touched, this icon will show you movies. This icon, when you click it, will show you still pictures from your camera roll. So in this mode, we can click on items here, and they'll drop down into this part of the box, which is where we'll actually see the pieces that ultimately will create our movie. So here I've clicked on the camera icon, so I can now see I have pictures that I have in my camera roll. And if I click on one, it then drops into place. And you can see a time that it shows that this picture will be on there for 6 seconds. Now you can change the length of videos or pictures by simply clicking on the object down here. It will highlight, and then you can drag apart the yellow bar. And hopefully that's what I did next. And you can see now it's got these editing bars. If you put your finger on one end and then your finger on the other and drag it apart, you can make it become longer or shorter, and the time will always show in the box here and also up here on the screen. You can see here I dragged it out, so now it's 42 seconds, significantly longer. And as this is a picture, it's not a video, so what happens is the movie will pan from one side of the picture to the other, and you can control that by using these tabs up here. You can actually drag the picture around, or you can pinch it to zoom in or spread it to zoom out, and then when you're done, after you've touched your start and your end, you hit done, and then the movie will actually pan from one side of the picture to the other in the areas that you controlled it, kind of like the Ken Burns documentary look. We can also double click on a photo or a movie here, and we see this box. It allows us to either delete the clip if we decide we don't want it anymore. On some of the formats that we'll see later when we look up here, you can actually put a little location on a map so you can see where you are in the world while you're making your movie. For now, that's not something that's terribly useful for us, but it does exist. But this is a nice tool here. We can add titles, so we can add text or titles. So if you don't want to talk in your movie, you can instead just use typing that you put either on the bottom, the beginning, or the end of the screen. And when you click on this, it gives you those options. So you can see here, when I clicked on title style, I picked the beginning, and I typed Miss Kitty and Diesel, because this is my dog Miss Kitty, and this is my annoying but very cute puppy named Diesel. So now I'm just going to zoom in and change, and then I'm going to add a movie. So I've changed the icon here. I've clicked on this video. You can see the yellow bar here, and it drops into play. And you can see down here that this video has sound. Now you can either keep this sound or you can delete it, and that's, again, you'll double click on the video itself. Those yellow bars will come up, and you'll be able to edit the sound as well. So here we can see the two pieces in order. And this is actually a transition between the two segments. We can see this T here tells me that I have text with that segment. And if you clicked on this icon, it has some interesting ways to fade in from one clip to the other. You can kind of overlap them. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can play with that. But that's what that is. That's the transition from one to the other. And we see the total time here. Now, if I click on this little microphone over here, I can put my voice on top of a video or a picture. And I just hit the record button. It counts it down, 3, 2, 1. You record your voice. When you're done, you hit stop and then replay your voice so you can hear it. You can either get rid of it, you can redo it, you can listen to it, or you can accept it. And this little purple box shows that you have a recording, and it shows where in the movie it will appear. If we come up to this little tool up here and use the drop-down box, we can see that we can control whether or not there's theme music, whether or not we fade in from black or out to black at the beginning or end of the movie. And if we scroll through here, there are some preset formats that come with music and certain looks to the fonts and certain kinds of backgrounds. So you can just play with those and see if there's any that you like. It's very easy. Once you click on one, add it to your movie, because you now see this green background and you see the name of the particular format, and you can see it's got a little bit of music on there. Now if I want to, I can click on the music tool and I can either add sound effects. If I had iPod music on here, I could add that. I could search for stuff, and I drop the music in the same way I dropped in the voice. Well, I can also drop in sound effects, which is kind of cool because you can time things, and they have all different kinds of. I think in this example I put in that boing sound, and just as you can with pictures and video, you can tap on it and you can expand or contract the length of the sound effect. So when I'm all done, if I go back to my projects, it's automatically saved, and I can double click on it and give it a name. So hopefully this gives you enough of an idea to start playing with your own iMovie. You can paste in still pictures, you can paste in video, you can add sound, you can add sound effects, and it's pretty simple to get going. So hopefully you'll enjoy making some movies using video and still pictures from chem class.